So he's stepping down. This is a question from Ellen. With Graham Platner stepping down, and he's already won the Democratic Party, how much damage has been done to Democrats' chances in Maine? Can Maine Democrats still turn this back into a race about Susan Collins?
Absolutely. I think that's exactly what's going to happen. Look, I've done a ton of literally the state party conventions that they have. And this one will be a little bit more quick because of the time gap the legal gap that they have to choose somebody. But there are a lot of people, who there's a pretty strong bench in Maine. I'm not sure who's going to come out of it, but I do understand how the state party committee works. I've actually run a lot of floor operations for actual Maine conventions or state party conventions there, going back, over several decades. I've done it, and I think that convention or the state party executive committee, however it pulls off the vote, they've got some good candidates to choose from. I, for one, was one of the early people who thought maybe we should try to draft Heather Cox Richardson. I think she'd crush Collins. Just crush her. She'd be able to raise all kinds of money from the people that read her newsletter every day. And she's a great historian,
politician.
But she's not a politician. And, as one of my friends said, better to make history than study history. She could do both. But anyway, it's clear she's made some pretty Sherman-esque, statements. She doesn't want it, will not run. There are plenty of other people. I'm not sure how this will play out, but I'm not worried at all about the fact of the matter is Collins. The Collins campaign and the Republican Party is sitting there today, knowing that their dream of running
against a really wounded candidate. I mean, he
really
was tanking.
Guy.
Yeah.
They wanted that. That's what they wanted. They knew his message was powerful. But obviously, they were ready to pounce and make sure people knew he was the wrong messenger if Democrats didn't step up or if he didn't step in it too soon for them, and he did. So, look, that means they're going to be running again. The one thing in all the polling, a generic Democrat beats her every time in all the polling. Yep. So they're going to be. It's going to be a lot better than a generic Democrat. They're really good people. They're, some of whom ran for governor, and have, basically the one thing I think that gives the advantage of those who ran for governor, even though they, took second or third, is that they just got through a very tough primary for governor. Yes, they lost, but they've been vetted. Anything that was in there, that was going to come out or could come out, or a lot of it anyway, would have happened in that fight they just had for governor. And they all did pretty well. I mean, it was a jump ball kind of race for governor. If you go back and look at the results. And so, look, I think one of those candidates, or we'll see. There are other former members of Congress, or even the first district congresswoman. I don't think she'll get in either, but we'll see. I think we've got a really good bench.
And this is another question from a Mainer, and I had a flavor of it too. If we're talking about who is replacing him, does this person need to have that same kind of anti-establishment populist energy, or is this like Democrats tend to, when they have to pivot or like this, they tend to go to a safe choice pretty fast? So do you take the safe choice, or do you find another firebrand?
Well, look, first of all, I think like Janet Mills, the governor who Platner defeated for when she's got out of the race. I think one, I don't think she's interested. But two, I don't know. I don't know if that's the same what you're talking about. But my point is, I think putting in the person that he opposed, that was opposing him in the primary, and then when she withdrew from the race would be a mistake. I mean, just because of what that, it's like, hey, great, you're gone. We'll go with the former, the governor. I think it's much more one. I think, my initial reaction is that I think a woman would be a far better nominee to face Susan Collins for lots of reasons. I think you've got to pull women away from her, and also I think the Platner mess here with the rape charges, et cetera. I think I just think a woman would have a better, of equal. Forget about ideology or where what order they came in the gubernatorial primary. I just think if I were advising the party, I'd look to see like a Heather Cox Richardson would have been perfect. The first district Congresswoman Pengree would be good, but I don't think she's ready if we take the House to be chair of her committee. So I don't think she's going to do it. I mean, I don't even think she's thinking about it. But there are others. We'll see what happens.
So, okay, let's move to another M state, my home state.
Shayna Bellows, the Secretary of State, who ran for governor and lost. She ran against Collins in the past, and Collins defeated her. But I don't know. I think she's probably entering the race. But that's what I'm saying. There are plenty of people, including Troy Jackson and the Speaker of the House in Maine.
Yeah. No, they got
really
good
good
people,
people.
and it'll be a caucus.
Yeah.